And welcome. Good evening, everybody. Let me just switch to a nice view here for you, and then I'll post that we are live. This one and this one. We are going to go to Mars. So, let me quickly post it on the Discord. Right. So, here we are. Back in KSA, the latest build, as you can see in the top right, build 2181. The plan is to go to Mars. So, let's see. We are, as with every game start, already in Earth orbit, right? 207 kilometers. If we zoom out, we see that we want to go to Mars, which already has a nice red line for whatever reason, right? It's nice. Earth has a blue line, Mars has a red line. That's cool. But there's a lot of other lines, which we don't want. So what do? We do orbit lines, show none. It's pretty empty. But we also want, of course, our rocket. We want Earth. And we want Mars. Mars. Okay. So, what else? We want to hit F4, which is the transfer planner. There we go. Let's configure it. We want the source to be our rocket. We want the destination to be Mars. We want to set Mars as our target. Let's calculate a bit. There are some. Why does it calculate this one? Good question, right? Best delta V would be on the bottom right there. Best closest approach. Best transfer. Let's choose the best transfer and see what it gives us. Gives us an encounter with Mars. Ah, that's already pretty neat. Let's go with this one and then do a mid-flight course correction to tweak our encounter periapsis. Should be it. So, really nice thing is that you can arrange the UI however you want. So you see me down here, right? Normally you would have the nav ball right behind me, which is of course annoying, but due to the fully customizable UI, haha, can just move it here. So we have 49 days to go to the burn. Let's remember, do not stay in this camera view when we do the time warp, because that's gonna be, I would need to display an epilepsy warning. Anyway, we burn for 5000 delta V, all good. Let's arm and warp to, but from map view. Let's look at it from here. That's good. So we can now, as you see, I have no control over the rocket in the map view, right? Serafina, hey, hello, good evening. How are you? So we can't, as you see here, we can hit tab to control the rocket, which will bring the control UI up. Haha, isn't that nice? So we have armed the burn, we can say warp 2. And that will speed things up, as you can see. Quite a bit, 300 days left. 200 days left. 100 days left, and we're almost there. Once we are really almost there, I can go back to the game view once we see the nav ball stop going crazy. I'm fine as well, thank you. Are you going to watch the Starship launch tonight? I think I will set an alarm. So here we are, approaching our burn. Yes. We hopefully will have some sound as well. Yes. There we go. Our transfer burn. Okay, we are on an escape trajectory. The camera mode switched over. And there we are. Let's have a look where this brought us. We have an encounter, I guess, still, right? Yes, it looks like it. Capture Sol, encounter Mars. A bit difficult to see, right? But, oh, that's how it is. Let's go halfway and then maybe try to correct for a bit. Serafina, I'm going to try and watch the launch too, but it might be out doing something when the launch happens. Ah, yeah, the good thing is in my time zone, I won't be out doing something. It's starting at 1:30 a.m. Anyway. So, let's do a mid-course correction burn. Hopefully we can optimize a bit here. Would be super nice to actually see orbit markers? No. To actually see the periapsis when we are at Mars, but we don't. Do we see it here somewhere? Ah, yes, there we see it. I saw it. There it is. Does it display? Displays the capture and the escape. But the periapsis? Periapsis, no, right? Or is there something? I guess there is something, we just can't read it properly. Does it say 700 something? I guess. So, where is our burn, our correction burn? There. How do we do that now? Can we focus on Mars somehow? What if I double click? Oh, look at that. Ha ha ha! Now what I would need is the burn window. That should be possible if I click it. Yes. Look at that. Here we are. But what we don't see is the periapsis value. View marker. Oh, look at that. There it is. Okay. So we accelerate a bit. Where are we? Here. Okay. No, that's good. We need to go anti-normal? No. Yes, anti-normal. That's correct. Let's do 3 steps. Perfect. 44,000 kilometers. Let's get closer. 6,000 kilometers. That's more like it. 1:30 a.m. is pretty late. Yeah, I will go to bed and I set an alarm. Watching launches is way worth staying up though. Yeah. I really hope it works. And I have luck today. Let's see. Can we optimize this a bit more? Ooh. 80 kilometers. No, no. No, 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 no. Let's go with this 6,000 orbit at first, which would be a 9,000 meters a second burn. I guess it should be possible that we do it with, and now that's also something new. Wasn't there before? With up and down arrows, I can now set the throttle. So I maybe can set it to 5%. And then we can arm. And it's night time, but we can say warp 2. Ooh, okay, that was fast. Bye-bye, Earth. Okay. Where was our burn indicator? Shouldn't we see it somewhere? There was a version where you saw it somewhere in here. But it doesn't appear to be the case anymore. Anyway. Mars is a red small dot in the plane of stars. But we can see it already. Anyway, let's see if this 5% throttle gives us the ability to, let's save the game real quick. Also, saving and loading is super fast. That's amazing. We are approaching our warp destination. There we are. And now, hopefully, we get a pretty decent exact burn. Do we? Ah, burn in 6 seconds. Okay. Oh, that was quick. Let's see. What did we do? We didn't do very well. Let's delete that and go again. But this time we use RCS. We are here. Let's create another burn here. Did that work? Yes. Let's do that again. We go in. Oh, wow. Ah, yeah, 10. No. Why is it so? That was not what I wanted to do. Oh, God damn it. To go back to my burn. Where are you? Here. I wanted to set the multiplayer to 0.1. Okay, that worked. Now we can fine-tune a bit. What is that? For what? I mean, we're good. We're 3,000 kilometers in periapsis. That would be good. But I want like 1,000. So let's see if we can make that happen. Where are we? 1,100. That would be good. And that is 40 delta V. Is it? Does it make sense? We have 0.1 multiplier. Wouldn't that be more like... Ah, yeah, centimeter per second. Okay, let's position for the burn. Have you looked at Phobos and Deimos yet? If so, are they just spheres or do they actually have a shape? There is nothing with a shape right now. Most of the moons and also the comets and asteroids, they are just white marbles without texture or form. But now we are here. We can use RCS by pressing H and N to hopefully, yes, adjust our periapsis. Perfect. I want it a bit lower. I want 1,000. 1,008. Perfect. Good. That looks nice. Now, what we're going to do is... I can also zoom in and out quite rapidly without going to the map view. Right. But let's just save this again. Right. Derper Boss, welcome. Good evening. How are you? Are you able to land on them? Theoretically, yes, as you are able to land on everybody right now. The only bodies with a real height map are Earth, Moon, and Mars and Venus right now, I guess. The others are just textures. You go down and it's a marble. You just land on the texture. Let's say I would guess it's the same with those moons. But we can, after we do our Mars mission, we can give it a try. We'll see. Okay. We are going to go time warp towards Mars. I hope I get the time warp right. I'm not comfortable doing it in this camera view, so let's go and time warp to here somewhere. Warp 2. Let's wait. Null rotation is enabled. Why do you rotate still? Stop it. Anyway. What are you attempting to do? Enter Martian orbit or just fly past? We are going to orbit. Where is it? Mars, where are you? There. Okay, we are approaching, as you can see. Stop. please? What's going on? What is happening here? What happened to our intercept? I'm a bit confused. Let's load. Again. See, it's instant. It's amazing. But didn't we have an... We had. What happened? I'm confused. Let's do the time warp here. See? Something strange happened there. Anyway, this time it works. Yeah. Let's see if we can see something already. We have to set target to Mars. Target unset? No. My target should be Mars. Come on. How do I do that now? I somehow untargeted Mars. Target Mars, come on. I think I need to use the console. Target Mars. Unknown command. Set target Mars. Terminal interface failed. Missing argument. Target ID of type string. Set target rocket. Yes. Thank you. There we are. Good. So, sorry. I got a bit distracted. What are you going to do? Yeah, we are trying to land on Mars, actually. So this is your first interplanetary mission then? Exciting. The game looks amazing for a pre-alpha. Yeah, it is the first time on stream, at least, that I'm doing an interplanetary mission. That is correct. Okay, now we should somewhere see Mars. Where are you? Show yourself. There. Ah, yeah, it's a slightly bigger red dot by now. Okay, let's time warp a bit closer. We can see the moon spinning already. If I don't know. I don't know how good you can see it. I can see it. Well, something happened. Pretty well. Let's quickly save this. Save test 3. And then we can fly a bit closer than you can see. Do you see the moons? They're just small pixels swirling around there. Pretty nice, isn't it? Anyway, we need to plan a maneuver, guys. Let's not be distracted too much. So we come close here, 1,000 kilometers. So we'd set up our capture burn, circularization burn. And we go retrograde until we have a... that's going to be super slow. Let's add some multiplier value here. Yes. See, our trajectory is moving. Let's go. And we have a capture with how many? 2,600 delta V. But that's not enough, right? We want a circularization at approximately 1,000 kilometers. Let's see. Yeah, we need to tweak our periapsis a bit there, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. 500 and whatnot. That's not what I'm aiming for. Let's see. We can further optimize it a bit. 800 and 1,000. Yeah, that's good. Let's do that. So we arm our burn and we warp to our destination. Since they showed off that time warp orbital decay thing a few months ago, I wonder if they'll add drag for low orbits around atmospheric bodies. There is drag already in atmosphere. Yes. Yes. So, time warp. We go. Oh, dang it. It screwed up my voice settings again. I hate it. Anyway, here we come. Hello, Mars. And now the burn should start. There we go. Yeah, but I mean, a satellite in 200-kilometer orbit around Earth still has a tiny bit of drag, and that's what I mean. Ah, no, that's not. I think there is a hard cut for the atmosphere. Like in KSP. Do maneuvers calculate and include the movement of the vessel when burning? Not sure. I'm not sure. Here we are, 843 kilometer periapsis, 1069 kilometer apoapsis. I'd say we enjoy some nice views from up here. See if we can spot some interesting landmarks. See a bit of atmosphere there at the edge. Oh, look at that, the planet shine. That's nice. The red glow from Mars on the capsule. That's super cool. And we have both. Somewhat like that. I would say we capture some nice images and then we try to land. Let's name it Mars orbit. Good. So let's see. Let's time warp a bit. It's gonna be quite boring because night, the dark side of Mars is going to be next. So let's see a nice sunset. Cool. Really cool. That looks really nice. So, time warp for a bit. Are those the Pleiades there in the background? I don't know if the skybox is actually... There is a moon. One of the moons of Mars. On the top right. And we have a sunrise. Look at that. There we go. Beautiful. Do you already have a landing location in mind? Not really. Do you have something in mind? I would just go for landing somewhere right now. But maybe if we can spot Mount Olympus somewhere, I just like not Mount Olympus, haha, Olympus Mons, of course. I mean, if we can spot that, if it's on the right side, or we could try to find one of the dust storms. Wow, nice would that be? Landing on one of the dust storms, or on the edge of one of the dust storms. That would be cool. First, we would need to find one. Haha. Olympus Mons would be cool, but which one is Olympus Mons? We would have to find it first, right? Okay, let's take a break here and go to this view and see if we can spot it. Not that one. It's not there anywhere. Dang it. My guess is that it is right now on the dark side. That's my guess. Because normally I tend to see it directly. Hellas Basin or Mariner Valley are pretty deep, so would have more drag, right? Easier to land. Landing is not a real problem. The engine is so powerful. Don't worry about that. We could theoretically land on the pole. That's nice. I don't know. Or we choose... Let's see if we can find the dust storm. That would be interesting, right? So for that, we can go here and change over to the free camera. And now we go down to the surface. So that's it. And let's go down to the surface and look for one of the dust storms. You normally see them as, yeah, like darker patches. But not here. I thought maybe these ones are some, but they are apparently not. They are on the horizon, maybe? Would be. Normally you find some when you just look for a bit. But this is just denser atmosphere somehow. Not really one of the dust storms. Where are you? Back there? Let me speed up the camera a bit. That could be one. No. Is it? Or is it not? Not so sure. Looks just like dense atmosphere, not one of the dust storms, really. If you had kept going, there was one, I'm pretty sure. What? If you had kept going there? What do you mean? Sorry. This is not one of the dust storms that I want to show you. Let's look further. We are going to find one. Pretty sure. Come on. This is not one of them. Where are you? Show yourself. We're almost at the pole here. And still no dust storm, really. Okay, let's go away from the pole again. I meant when you first zoomed into the surface, but was that already a few minutes ago? Yeah, okay. Potentially. These are pretty dark, but it's not, it's only dense atmosphere. It's not one of the storms. You will see what I want to show you once we find it. They look pretty cool. That's not one of them. It's really, 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 really dark. No. Come on, I have never looked so long for one. What is going on, Mars? Show me a dust storm. Can't be so difficult, can it? Okay, maybe here? This looks promising. No, also not. Come on. Are you kidding me? Maybe we can spot one from higher up. Is that just a dark area, or is that potentially one of them? Just a dark area, I guess. Yep. There is a bit of a darker area. It's just mocking us. Or is it, am I in the wrong camera mode, maybe? But I don't believe so. Maybe we don't find one today. Maybe they are on the dark side. Maybe. Maybe. Let's go further down the road to this area here. See if we can... Oh, that was my bad. I pushed the wrong button. I thought we had one, and now we're back to... No. Okay, let's do one other thing. Normally, I go to the map view, and from here I choose the free camera. Doesn't matter. Okay, anyway, it doesn't seem like there is one today. So, instead, we just pick some random area, I guess. I guess something on the horizon would be nice, because the light effects there are always pretty neat. We have... What is this? Elysium Mons. We could try. How about that? Let's do that. So we go over here. We go retrograde. And we go a little bit. What is that? Normal. Yes. Anti-normal. Sorry. We overshoot for a bit, I guess. And then we can potentially slow down once we are above it. That's the plan. It's possible that they changed the dust storms to look a little thinner, since I doubt the dust storms are very dense. Yeah, have seen this in the change logs, I guess. But I have not seen anything like it. So, here we are. Warp 2. Let's enjoy the view. The planet shine on the capsule. Look at that. That's nice to see. I think the timings they can optimize a bit. I think the time warp stops a little too early, and there's too much time until the actual burn. See? And also, it would be super nice if the RCS for orienting to your maneuver would be not in time warp, because then you would have no sound. Anyway, here we are. Our trajectory should bring us to... Oh, I didn't count in for that. Olympus, whatever the name was, is now on the dark side because it rotated with, yeah, with over time it rotated. Anyway, there is a large boring plane here where we can land on. Let's do just that. It's a bit boring, but let's do it. All right, here we go. Like that. Is there anything interesting where we could land still? I mean, we have enough delta V. I guess we could make it to this crater here. But let's just go and hit burn. Cancel some of this velocity. And go down right here. Let's watch it. Time warp. I think it's called Utopia Planitia, the plane under you. Oh, nice. You know your way around Mars. The planet shine is a little too red, though. Yeah, it's really also a bit too bright, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Let's watch us go down, and just south of you is Isidis Basin, I think. It's hard to tell. We are going down. Okay, let's go down with some UI. We are 100 kilometers high. We have 2,500 meters a second still, but really the engine is really powerful. Can't tell you how many hours I've looked at maps of Mars. Really? Any specific reason or just pure interest? 50,000 kilometers. 50 kilometers, sorry. Let's get lost. Let's lose some of this velocity here. 36 kilometers. 500 meters a second. And we are closing in on the surface. Somehow I don't believe you that this is really retrograde. Doesn't really look like it. I would expect retrograde to be a bit... not there, at least. Interesting. Why? Why? What's going on? That doesn't seem to be working. Which is a bit bad for us. Since we now start to gain some horizontal velocity that we totally do not want to have. Why? Why are you doing that? I think we need to switch over to manual. Oh my god, this is going to be... oh no. Retrograde. Nose points away from orbital velocity. Yes, please. But that is not... definitely not. What is going on? This is not retrograde. Why are we so far? Why is this not working? Maybe it's now working? Let's see. But this was not retrograde. There's something off with the flight computer. I mean, that looks better now. No, it's not retrograde. Oh my god. What are we doing? Why? Okay, let's just go down. And roll to a halt. Okay, there we are. We already hit. Oh my god, what's the camera doing? Where is... hello? What is happening? I guess we are inside the texture or something. Are we? I guess. I guess we are. Yeah, well. Dean! Hello! Did you see our landing attempt? The atmosphere is too strong for the RCS. Ah, maybe. Ray Space, welcome! How are you guys doing? Are you going to watch the Starship launch later? I wonder if retrograde is still relative to the orbit or something. Yeah, I changed the nav ball thingies, but that didn't change anything. Yeah. Would it not be relative to the surface? The litho braking test. Should I do one more test? I still have a save where I am in orbit. Technically you landed. Yeah, but where am I? I'm rolling inside the texture. That's a bit unfortunate. Let's see if I come to a halt at some point. That doesn't... yeah, there I am. Look at that. Yeah. All good. Look at that. There we are. Yeah. Yeah. Also, why does it say that I'm 8 kilometers high? Is it from... No. What could that mean? Am I on a mountain that is 8 kilometers high? I don't think so. Yeah. We don't know. We will never know. But I already learned one nice thing. Debug physics. Oh, no. Okay. Because Dean one time told me that this is your actual physical simulated body. But also this hovers a bit over the surface. So that's also not it. Physics debug off. It's now circumnavigation. Perfect. Sea level probably. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we can try one more attempt to see if that retrograde thingy works for us. Load Mars orbit. There we are. It's amazing how fast this thing loads and saves. That's crazy. I really love it. Anyway, so we now go retrograde, which works quite nice up here. Like this. So we can change the reference frame here however we want. It doesn't change the flight computer's reference, apparently. So, I mean, let's do one more round trip because we are almost in the dark already. And once we get over here, we can pick a nice spot to land. Let's just go retrograde. And while we are going down, it looks like the retrograde thingy works pretty well. No? I think it looks like it's working pretty nice. But once we get closer to the surface, 80 kilometers. I mean, right now it still looks like it's working. Let's lose some of this speed. Maybe try landing in a crater this time. Big one. A flat floor. Yeah, sorry. In atmosphere, the RCS gets overwhelmed. I mean, I did a moon landing already. See, and now it starts not pointing correctly anymore. This is not retrograde anymore. It's off to the top right. See? I get this. It was a bit better, I think, but now it's confused again, yeah. Maybe if we would burn off so much velocity that we come almost straight down. That would maybe work. Also, it would be... Dean, since you are watching. It would be super nice to have, like, markers on the nav ball for retrograde, prograde, and whatnot. See, it's still pointing... I think it works somehow, but it's pointing... Oh, we're down. Okay. But it's pointing slightly to the right. I don't know why. Anyway. Let's load this one more time. And this time we go retrograde again. We can also... We can try to land in one of those craters here. I don't know, maybe. I will just try to come to a full stop. And then go straight down. Maybe that works better. Now we can use the throttle to make a more fine-grained burn. We can go down up until 5%. Down until 5%. That's as low as we can go. And now we go really kill all of our horizontal velocity. Almost. Okay. And now we should be going straight down, right? So maybe now RCS can work in our favor. Ha, we'll see. Good. Let's do it. Time warp. We're not perfectly going straight down, but at least much more straight than the other times. Okay, we are already back at 2 kilometers a second. Let's kill some of that. $40 kilometers. Mian Ali Ahmed. Welcome. How is your evening? You might be landing on a slope, it seems, or not? Yeah. Yeah. On Hekates Tolus. Whatever. I mean, Derpa boss, you know it? Okay, 7 kilometers, guys. It's a bit better this time, but still it's not pointing retrograde. We still have horizontal velocity. I would need to manually correct that, but also I'm not... Yeah, let's just go down. This is almost all is horizontal velocity now. I can't say I've heard of it, although Tolos usually means mountain or volcano. Yeah. Makes sense. Look at it. Looks cool. Also, the atmosphere looks really cool here. This is not retrograde. Anyway, let's go down. Let's go down. Also, you can see that this surface flickering has gotten much better. Boing. Okay, we can't get fully down. Interesting. Let's come to a halt. Oh, now we're getting more. Okay, now we are inside the texture. Oh my god, what's happening? Hello? Stop it. Come to a stop, please. We're slowing down. We are, unfortunately this time, down in the texture. Well, okay. Good, so that was the, I don't know, third attempt now. I guess that's good for at least this evening. Right side up or upside down? That's a good question. Let's see what happens if we fire up the engine. We can also say up. It tries to correct a bit. Oh, look at that! Here we are! That's nice. Here we are. Coming right back down, but I guess we will just fall through the surface texture again. Look at that. That's nice. Let's just point up. Ah, there is the surface, I guess, here. If I now say RCS off, we will just stay here. Okay. We can zoom out. There is... Oh, yeah, okay, we are right between... What is this? Elysium Mons and Hecates Tolus. Right between those two. Nice. There we are. So on this side, we have that volcano, if it's a volcano, and on that side, we don't really see it, unfortunately. Where is it? A bit farther, yeah, there, on the horizon. We can see it, but we can't see it zoomed in because we are on a slope here. It's right behind there. So, all right, let's look at it like that. That was nice. We had a request earlier. Which were the moons that we should have a look at least? Let me scroll up a bit. That was Serafina asking for it. Asking for Phobos and Deimos. So let's have a look at those two. Phobos looks like this, just a standard texture for moons that don't have a specific texture right now. That looks also kinda cool. And the other one was Deimos, right? I guess it looks the same. It does. Yep. So that's those. And now I guess if I hit next vessel now, are we going to go back? No. Am I in map view? Yes, I am. That's why. That is why. There we go again. Oh no, I'm still in. What am I? Am I in map view? What's going on? Which view is that? Orbit camera? Free camera? Camera is correct. Ah, because I need to focus back to the rocket, I guess. Vessels. Rocket. Yes, there we are. Okay. Also, what I read in the changelog, guys, which is interesting, is that the Gemini 7 now properly consists of parts. So apparently this thing here is now multiple parts. I don't think we actually can notice this. I cannot right click or anything. I have RCS, I guess. But that's about it. Ah, do you think it's under Mars? Yes, rocket. Aha. Purpose. Nice observation. So apparently this is now consisting of parts somehow. But no real changes that we can observe. Let's go back. Look at how amazingly fast the switching is. It's insane. Can you clip your camera into it? Ah, an interesting approach. No, that's as far as I can zoom, but with the free camera, maybe we can. Oh my god, the free camera is so fast. Let me try to scroll the mouse wheel for a nice amount of time to slow it down. See, that works for a bit. Ha! We are inside. So, this is how the inside looks. But also, we don't really... I mean, you could say the RCS thrusters might be parts. Interesting. Let's slow it down a bit more. I have to scroll the wheel for like insane. Okay, better. Yeah, I mean, potentially you could think some of the stuff is now individual parts. I don't know. At least that's what the changelog said, right? So here we are. Back again. And I guess that's it for this evening, guys. Thank you for joining, Derpabos. A really nice insight. You know a lot about Mars. That's insane. Do we get a nice Mars sunset to end this thing? Look at that. Yes, there we go. I'm looking forward to the next stream. Yeah, thank you. If you haven't already, of course, feel free to subscribe. Also, a lot of KSA related videos are on the channel by now. A lot more to come. And also my KSPRP1 playthrough series. Still happening on the channel. So, yeah, let's see. I will go to bed now because my alarm will go off when the Starship launch is supposed to happen tonight. I don't think I'm going to stream it. I will watch it in bed, but fingers crossed. Hopefully we get a nice show. So, let's time warp for a bit to see a proper sunset. Look at that. The sun is hitting the surface. And it's getting darker and darker. Almost gone, and there it is off the horizon. Now it should start to get darker quite fast, no? I can, of course, time warp a bit more. Let's do that. Ah, look at that. Yes, there we go. And quite soon it should be pitch black. And there we go. Night, the Martian night has begun. Cool. And with that, let's conclude. Again, thank you for watching. That was a really nice chat that we had this evening. I'm looking forward to the next time. So, good night, everyone. Bye-bye.